Questions and additional inputs for further support the 9 factors IRS uses to determine business versus hobby. 1. The manner in which the taxpayer carries on the activity. This factor focuses on how seriously and professionally the activity is operated. The IRS looks for signs that you're treating the activity like a business, not a casual hobby. For example, do you maintain accurate and complete records? For example, income, expenses, receipts. Do you have a formal or informal business plan with financial goals? Do you regularly evaluate the business's performance and adjust your methods or strategies to try to make it more profitable? Are you advertising, tracking, inventory, or managing cash flow? These behaviors suggest you're trying to make money and are acting accordingly. 2. The expertise of the taxpayer or their advisors. This factor evaluates whether you have the necessary knowledge to run the activity successfully or whether you've made the effort to seek out experts to guide you. For instance, do you have training, education, or experience related to the activity? For example, farming, photography, consulting. If you're not an expert, have you hired advisors, consultants, or professionals to help you learn and improve your chances of making a profit? Gaining expertise shows commitment to profitability. 3. The time and effort expended by the taxpayer. Time is a strong indicator of intent. If you're devoting a significant amount of time to the activity, it signals you're not just doing it for fun. This includes daily or weekly involvement in operations, working evenings and weekends to grow the business, delegating tasks but still overseeing performance, making sacrifices in other areas to focus on this venture. Passive or occasional involvement may suggest the activity is a hobby. 4. Expectation that assets used in the activity may appreciate. This looks at whether you expect the assets connected to the activity to go up in value, contributing to an eventual profit. Examples: buying land, livestock, or real estate with the intent of a long-term value gain. Investing in rare collectibles, art, or vintage cars that you expect to sell later for a profit. Acquiring equipment that increases the business's resale value or potential. Even if the activity itself isn't profitable right now, expected appreciation can show a profit motive. 5. The success of the taxpayer in carrying on other similar or dissimilar activities. This factor reflects your track record. The IRS considers: have you run other businesses, related or unrelated, successfully in the past? Have you turned struggling ventures around before? Do you have a reputation or history of profitable entrepreneurship? If you've shown the ability to make other ventures profitable, it's more likely you're trying to do the same here. 6. The taxpayer's history of income or losses with respect to the activity. Here, the IRS looks at your financial results over time. Key points: are you consistently losing money year after year? If yes, have you tried to change anything to reduce expenses or increase revenue? Occasional losses are acceptable, especially early on, but a pattern of long-term losses without action to efforts to turn things around, for example, cutting costs, changing strategy, show business intent. 7. The amount of occasional profits, if any, which are earned. Even if profits aren't consistent, earning substantial or occasional profits can demonstrate a profit motive. Consider: have you had profitable years, even if earning substantial rare or occasional profits can demonstrate a profit motive? That success is possible. Does the potential for large gains, for example, selling appreciated assets, justify continued effort? No profits, or very minimal ones over time, may point toward the activity being a hobby. 8. The financial status of the taxpayer. This factor looks at how important the income from the activity is to you financially. For example, Are you depending on this income to pay bills, support your family, or grow your wealth? Or are you already financially comfortable with this activity serving more as a side interest? If you don't rely on the income and can afford to absorb losses, it may suggest the activity isn't profit-driven. 9. The amount of occasional profits, if any, which are earned. This factor examines whether the activity provides you with significant personal enjoyment. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy your work, but activities like breeding horses, collecting art, or running a vineyard can have recreational appeal. If there's a high fun factor and little sign of serious business operations, the IRS may see it as a hobby. However, personal enjoyment alone doesn't disqualify it, especially if you're also running it in a business-like way.